Hey everyone, and welcome back to episode 8 of The Witcher, the season finale. I think it's going to be a little bit sad watching the episode today, because when you sort of binge a series, the day after you watch the finale, you're like, and then what happened? And then what happened? You kind of get used to coming into this world and with all the characters that you know, and, you know, there's sort of a goodbye that happens. And it's the same with the people that have been watching this series with me, the commenters. It's like, oh, I've gotten used to, interacting with you after each episode. And yeah, it's kind of sad that it's going to be over. But I'm looking forward to it. We're going to see what happens. Do I have any predictions about this episode? I feel like with the way this season has gone so far, it seems like they've been building up these three main characters. It feels very much like the start of a story, and we're being introduced to these people, and that the main bulk of the story is going to happen in maybe season 2 or season 3. So with that in mind, I don't think this episode is going to feel very finale-like, with, end of story, end of story, end of story. I feel like it's going to be more set up for season 2, more hints about what's to come and something like that. But enough speculating about what's to come. What happened last time? Well, last episode we had a lot of filling in the gaps in conversations, filling in missing pieces of information that were in the first episode when Nilfgaard was attacking the castle. There were some conversations that we saw again from a different angle and with more words. They filled in little things like Geralt was actually there at the castle when the attack happened, and then he got, he escaped and all of that stuff that we didn't know when we were originally watching, even though if you look back, they do sort of, mention that sort of thing, like Mousak says to the Queen, he's gone or he's escaped or something like that, and she tells him, oh, he's in the in the cell, but we don't know who they're talking about the first time we see it, but in the last episode we know exactly what's going on. So that was fun, that was neat. Episode 7 was called Before a Fall, which is obviously referencing the phrase pride comes before a fall. And in this case, pride is probably the Queen's pride. She is a very proud person. She's confident in her own skills, especially on the battlefield. And she's also very protective of Cirilla, the granddaughter that she raised herself. So when Geralt comes to protect her, she's like, I can do it. I'm going to protect her. Even if Nilfgaard attacks, I'll protect it. We don't need you. So, yeah, that's her pride. And she reminds me, actually, totally different characters in different genres, but Emily Blunt's character in Edge of Tomorrow, they have the same sort of battle-hardened attitude, and I think the first time I saw the Queen come in, after a battle, kind of disheveled, and there's similarities there that I picked up on, which probably made me like her more than perhaps I should have. I don't know. Cirilla was wandering, and she got cornered by a group of commoners, like villagers, or at least one of them recognized her he used to play with her in the streets. And then she went down on her knees and started reciting prophecy stuff, which probably should have, that's you don't want that to happen when you're attacking somebody or stealing their stuff. You don't want them to go all biblical on you. You'd be like, oh, let's get out of here. So I don't know what's going to happen there, but I presume nothing good for them. I don't know what else happened. Yennefer went on a visit. She visited Istrid, and she half tried to rekindle something between them, but he was like, I've been looking for this for years. I tried different means of getting to this point, but you rebuffed them all, so, I'm not really feeling it, and, it's nice to see you, but I'm just going to walk off. So that's where we left him. Then she went home to the sorceress's place, and we got to see that circle of mages, their perspective on what was happening with the Nilfgaard attack, and if they were going to let it happen, or if they were going to stand up to it, or that sort of thing. I think they voted to just ignore it, but then some of the mages are going off on their own to, I don't know, to help, but didn't work. So we didn't see them there. I don't know. So that was that. I think we should just get straight into the episode. Okay, we're picking up right where Geralt tried to get the information from that guy. Now he's looking in a book. This is no time for reading, Geralt. Unless there's some hint of where Ciri went to. Hey dude, what's this good guy doing? Dragging bodies? Richard?
Ill winds follow grave robbers.
If I was a robber, I'd be taking their belongings. I was going home to my family when I came upon these poor souls. Now they're a feast for the crows.
Feast for crows? Game of Thrones?
Not crows. The only thing you should do quickly is flee. Come on.
Something
Don't leave!
coming for the bodies?
Look at these people.
Giant vultures?
Innocent.
Zombies? Zombies. Witcher?
Go home.
I can help.
What were they?
One bite will kill you.
Or you.
They're like zombies then. One bite. They had like glowing eyes. Flies? Woo! Don't like these. They're like little golem-y things. Did he get bitten? Is that a bite? Or a scratch?
Not a happy ever after all.
Hmm?
A fitting end.
He thinks he's gonna die from this? He's not gonna die. She's just gonna wake up where oh, it's the woman from the last episode. The one I said was nice. Did she do that?
Let's get you out of here.
Where are the dudes? Did she... Was that like a blast, or did she turn into something, or summon something? It seems like a blast from the broken tree in the background. Yeah, look, it's like... Oh, it's all the, it's all the symbols. It's the 7 symbols from the other episodes. And they're all merging into something. Oh, it's a wolf. It's a little bird. It's the Witcher symbol.
There are what, 60 of us?
We must get to the elven keep that guards it before Nilfgaard does.
When is that?
They're all in a boat. That's kind of weird. Don't they?
Off at the chokehold,
couldn't one of them
we can still
portal
stop the
and
Empire's
the
progress.
others?
We
Couldn't
have
they
some
all
word to the
portal?
northern keep. We will fortify the keep until they arrive.
Nilfgaard really believe they can take the whole continent.
We don't know what
Flying
Nilfgaard are doing,
territories.
really.
Take the north. Why would they expose themselves by sacking Sintra first? Why wouldn't they just push through sudden and surprise everyone?
First she shuns the military. Now she's a military expert.
Though she's
She's
not
just
there, then
asking
he
the right
loses a limb.
questions.
You're a talented mage. An asset to be sure.
Are they trying to pair those two up?
We've been walking for hours and you still haven't answered my question.
Now they're
If my
walking.
military
I feel like they
Is
could.
this what we're protecting?
There's a better way of transportation. Even if they couldn't portal, they could. No, they're here. Never mind. And look at that bridge. That would be very
For hundreds
easy
of
to
years, this keep has
defend.
guarded the narrowest parts of the Yaruga River. Now it's the only thing standing between Nilfgaard and the north.
There is no more hiding from Nilfgaard. They have come from beyond the mountains to destroy the world.
He seems sure. Nilfgaard seem to be guided by this white flame and prophecy. But I don't think we've seen any of that, like, backstory to know exactly what it's about. Everybody's preparing the arrows and preparing these little potion things. What is it, crystal meth? Now, are Nilfgaard going to approach from that to get across? They have to get across that bridge? Or from a different angle?
This all we have.
Aye. I'm afraid so.
Hey, she can just duplicate stuff? That's kind of handy.
I wish I could do that.
Could you make me 100 of them, maybe?
It's magic. It's not real.
It's an interesting perspective from her. It's magic, it's not real. Still, could you give me 100 of them? Just... Everybody seems so casual, like there's about to be a battle.
Thoughts to be our new daddy.
What? Oh, she's eating an apple. Remember Stregobor with the apple in the first episode?
His daughter was cursed, a Striga.
You saved her.
Well, we did.
Someone you
I
know?
enlisted a witcher, Geralt of Rivia. I often wonder where fate took him.
Destiny.
Somewhere unpleasant, I'm sure.
The ale won't disappoint.
We should enjoy it while we can. It's the first thing Nilfgaard will destroy.
The booze? They're evil. Kill
Must
them
you
all.
always be so fatalistic? All the more reason to live tonight.
Like you.
Oh, they're setting up those two.
So are you ready to die?
But I've no legacy to leave behind.
No kids.
It's time to accept that life has no more to give.
You still have so much left to give.
The Brotherhood. They're here, fortifying the keep. We must move.
We cannot combat unknown magic.
We have magic too.
How many
I will personally
mages do they have?
until they are empty. This is our chance to honor the White Flame.
Forget Princess
White
Cirilla.
Flame? It's like a religion, the White Flame.
Test the Brotherhood's defenses.
The Brotherhood, that's what they're called. Keep forgetting that. I keep calling them the Circle,
from
the
anyway? We're trying
Coven.
to outrun the... Mum's a bleeding heart taking you in. Are you dumb or something? Why
Jeez.
don't you talk?
This guy's a charmer, isn't he?
Can't you see she's been through hell? Day, do you think you could teach them some manners?
Just don't start reciting stuff.
Nilfgaard.
Could be like a comet, just coincidentally. Good catch. Can she chuck it back at them? Now what do you got? Check another one. Ooh! Is she like using up all her life force? Just for a single thing that's just been deflected away anyway? Is this what Fringilla meant by using them up? Like eels? What's in the box? Is it Pandora's box?
Stay low. We don't know what other tricks they may have.
There could be jugglers. foggy. Oh, it's the box guy. This is like in the Hunger Games where, like,
We must move.
one of the sections.
To the field. Go.
Sabrina, you take the villagers to keep watch on the tower. The tower? Reserve your chaos.
I don't like the look of this mist, Butcher.
And this guy saved him.
Stay awake, though. Butcher,
Seems a
you hear
bit-
me?
bit
Don't
out
you
of it.
go to sleep now,
Butcher.
whatever you do.
I like that he calls him Butcher. Buckethead.
Back, you beast! I'll kill you and take your treasure!
Dinner time.
Is this young Geralt?
Someday.
That looks tasty. I'm kind of hungry now. Hey! It's a gold dragon.
It's magic. It's not real.
That's what Yennefer said. And it's the same. That was the same voice for the golden dragon, I think, as in the other episode.
Let's do this.
She's like the Katniss of the group. Whispers, whispers. Oh, are the whispers them like chatting to each other? The army being covered by the mist.
They're closing in.
Is she going to use this one up?
Time.
Believe I'm not.
Ooh, mushrooms. Poisonous mushrooms? Deadly mushrooms? That's effective. Just have her. You don't need the rest of them. Just have her just like...
Now!
Or are they gonna explode it like a grenade? The blue map. What is it? So like the same as the mushrooms? Ooh! It burns. It burns, not the same with the mushrooms. Yeah, I don't want to be on the front lines. I want to be with... These people seem safe to be with. So it looks like they're not coming from the bridge side, so it's harder to defend against. Maybe they can use the bridge as an escape route or something like that, if they get overrun.